ahead and stand. We'll start with the pledge and a prayer. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let's pray. Lord God, thank you for the blessing to be here tonight to take care of this business for this district. Lord God, I thank you for the freedoms. And Lord God, I ask you to be with us in all our decision making. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. All right, we call this meeting to order at 6:30 p.m. Please note there is a quorum present with all board members, and the agenda was posted in a timely manner. First up, recognition of Students of the Month.
Well, good evening. We are so excited to celebrate our soaring Cardinals tonight. These amazing students go above and beyond, showing kindness, effort, and leadership inside and outside of the classroom. They're truly making our school shine, and we couldn't be more proud of them. To start off with, pre-K. Miss Lillian Bourgeois, pre-K, Miss Carol's class. All right. Lillian always has a positive attitude and obeys the class rules. She is quick to help her classmates when needed and does her very best at everything she does. Miss Lillian Bourgeois. Next, Miss Tyler Combs, kindergarten, Clayton McAnally. Clayton is such a great helper and listener. I've enjoyed watching him get out of his comfort zone and blossom so far this year. Way to go, Clayton. Next, Miss Potts, kindergarten, Aspen Woodall. From what I've seen from Aspen, she is an excellent student and leader. She is helpful, kind, and always putting her best foot forward. Aspen is someone I can rely on, and I am so excited to get to know her even more this semester. Miss Aspen Woodall. Miss Wyndham's class, first grade, Haley Attaway. is always positive and always has a smile on her face. Her positive attitude makes the classroom a happier place, and she makes every day a day better for the people around her. Miss Callie Jones, first grade. Keelan Acosta. Mrs. Pates, second grade. Sage Forga. Sage joined our class in the middle of the first semester. Since the day she walked into our classrooms, she has always had a smile on her face. She is considerate, polite, respectful, and a very hard worker. She is everything you look for in a soaring cardinal. She has really grown and blossomed as a student. She makes me proud every day. Sage is very special, and I know with her can-do attitude and determination, she is going to do big, amazing things. She is a pleasure to teach. Miss Sage. And for Miss Whitney Norris, second grade, Sailor Forga. Sailor is new this year to our Cardinal family, and she fit right in perfectly. She is a friend to everyone, eager to learn and ask questions, and always has the best attitude and manners. She is truly a joy to teach. Miss Sailor. All right, we're going to switch gears to my staff member of the month. My staff member of the month, Miss Whitney Norris.
Congratulations.
Miss Norris is someone who represents the very heart of teaching. At the beginning of the year, she experienced an unimaginable loss. With the passing of her father, someone who shaped her, challenged her, and meant the world to her. In the middle of that grief, she still showed up every single day. Not because it was easy, but because of the deep love she has for her students and the pride she takes in doing right by them. Even during one of the hardest seasons of her life, she continued to give her children stability, care, and excellence. That kind of strength, dedication, and selflessness is rare, and it deserves to be honored. I have so much admiration and respect for her heart, her resilience, and her commitment to this profession. I am incredibly thankful for her, incredibly proud of her, and so honored to call her not only an amazing teacher, but also a friend. It truly means the world to me to recognize her today as our Teacher of the Month. Now, shifting gears.
As you made me cry from the last one.
Well, I have Miss Crystal Osborne that I'd like to come up. Crystal is also our staff member of the month. She's our pair of the month. You're here under false pretenses, I know. Go and shake hands. And then I'll be out soon.
Great job.
This month's paraprofessional of the month is truly one of a kind. She is an invaluable part of our team, and the love she has for her job and her students shines through in everything she does. She teaches art like a pro, but more importantly, she teaches with heart. She has an I-can attitude and never quits. She jumps in whenever she's needed, goes above ever being asked and does it all with a smile. Our students feel her kindness, our staff feels her support, and our school is better because of her. I'm so proud to present you with this award. Thank you for everything you do and for being exactly who you are. I'm incredibly lucky to have you. So you'll notice that these students are facing our board members because this is, January is Board Appreciation Month. And so these students, we're honoring them for coming up here and presenting and the hard work that they do. But they have something that they want to present to our board to show our appreciation from all of our CTE programs to our board for supporting our students, supporting our schools, supporting our programs. So I'm going to turn it over and let Allie read our appreciation letter, and then I'll let Jackson and Riley tell you about the items that they've actually built, and they're yours to pick whichever you would like.
We would like to extend our sincere thanks to Dr. Seegers and the members of the Maud ISD School Board for the opportunity to be here this evening to express our appreciation for your continued dedication and support of Maud ISD students. We have prepared a small gift for each of you that reflects the work completed in our program this year.
Within our art and floral design class, we have intentionally integrated STEM-based projects into the curriculum. Students have successfully designed and constructed remote-controlled cars, walkie-talkies, radios, and Bluetooth speakers, demonstrating both creativity and technical skill. Additionally, we are presenting each of you with a koozie produced by our students, thoughtfully wrapped to showcase professional presentation and retail-ready packaging skills, mirroring the standards of a real-world gift shop.
Thank you again for your time, leadership, and continued commitment to supporting innovation and student learning at Maud ISD.
All right, so Jackson, Riley, tell us about what we have here.
They do actually work from a distance. I've personally tested them. They work from our
Science wing.
sure, yeah, that science wing all the way to our ag shop. They reach pretty good for a $10 toy. This is the radio. This is the. So this is a. I believe this is the Bluetooth one. One of these are Bluetooth. Don't really know which one. I'm pretty sure this one is not the Bluetooth one because of the antenna. It's a short antenna. But they do connect to the radio. They do work. And the remote control cars, they have batteries in them. Nice brand.
So we were down in the office one day, and next thing we know, here comes a remote control car around the hallway, and here's Jackson behind, and we're like, what in the world? And he built the remote control car and the toy and brought it down and actually used it in the hallway.
I tried to use it in our tried to use it in our parade or our pep rally, and she wouldn't let me. So.
But you know, with the walkie-talkies, with the new state law of not being able to use the cell phones, the kids actually outsmarted us for a couple of days with the walkie-talkies and could communicate that way. So,
Except they were real walkie-talkies.
Yeah, we brought our own real ones, and someone got on their channel and decided to call it. Didn't work too well. But
these are for you all from our floral design class.
As well as the baskets in front of you.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank y'all for.
Yes, thank you.
Our second group that we're going to recognize is Miss Hinton and some of our state qualifying archers from the 7th grade. So if our state qualifying archers, Kaden Roberts, Olivia Walraven, Kylie Eubank, Madeline Nunn, Eli Foster, if you guys would like to come on up.
We're not getting a demonstration here.
We are not going to get a demonstration of this one. I'll go ahead and shake the board's hand.
I volunteer, RJ Morris. I want to hug you so you can get waiting today.
I'd be the easiest partner. Congratulations. 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 Good job. Good job. Great job, man.
So I'm going to actually let Ms. Hinton come up and tell you a little bit about this brand new program that would not be possible without the support of Dr. Seegers and our school board. So Ms. Hinton, I'm going to turn it over to you and let you tell about our archers.
Well, first thing, no Crocs.
No Crocs in archery.
So we started the archery this year with the NAS program, which is National Archery School Program. And they each learned very well, very quickly. They know the whistle commands, they know when to get a bow, when to touch an arrow, when to shoot, and all the things that we go through step for step. Some of them a lot longer than others because it took us a little while to get some equipment. And Caden actually came to us later in our first round and became one of my top archers very quickly after learning the steps. I want to say, I'll look at the list here, give y'all idea of scores. Should have been the last thing I opened, actually. If my phone won't catch us.
And I'll say, as she's looking for that, I went out and was actually helped judge the qualifying meet, and it was very interesting. First time I've ever seen it like that, but our students, they were very professional, very well behaved. They took it very serious, and I talked to her about that. She said, "Oh yes, safety first." And I was like, "You could tell," because like she said about Crocs, no Crocs, and the students knew where to be at, and so I was very impressed with our students after just doing it for a semester of how well they picked it up and how well they performed.
So, give you an idea of scores. So Eli scored a 153 out of 300. So that's actually a personal best for you, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't it? Kylie was a 147. Caden was a 155, and he has, like I said, he's improved every time. It's been awesome to watch. Olivia was a 150. Had to get it right. And then Madeline was 178. So they're improving all the time. And I'm really proud to see how far these kids will go, because state is just one level. Next is nationals, and then championship if they score in the scores that we would need. But I think they can do it. I know y'all can do it.
And with that, the success of this program would not be possible without our teacher of the month, Miss Emily Hinton. Archery, she does that for a period. She also is our secondary special education department. She is our classroom teacher. She runs our ARDs with us. She works on the class. She makes sure that every student that she touches, that we are meeting their needs and that we are providing the best education possible, along with really spearheading this program. She came to me with a passion to want to do this, to want to have this archery program. And I'm going to tell you something I heard when we were doing the qualifying meet. One of the students said, "I look forward to fifth period every day. It's my favorite period, and it's archery." And that
you're doing something right. So I want to make sure that we recognize Miss Hinton, and also, and we have several more students that qualified there at basketball, but we had 17 that qualified, that had high enough scores. And like I said, we've been doing this for a semester. So great job to Ms. Hinton. That's a testament to her, and our students were taking it so serious. So we're so proud of them, so proud of you. Thank you, guys.
All right, thanks everybody for coming. Congratulations. If you got an award, if you'll meet right here in front of the crest and get your picture made. All right. Item 5, conduct public hearing on District's Texas Academic Performance Report.
That's actually Amanda Sanders.
We're going to skip that one too. We'll come back to that one. Public comments. Communications.
None this month, sir.
All right, consent agenda, minutes of the December 18th, 2025 regular meeting of the board, monthly financial report, and amendment to the 2025-2026 budget. Is there anything anybody wants to talk about, pull, look at, discuss, or discuss? Have a motion to approve as presented? Motion by Terry. Second by Rusty. All in favor? Okay. Updates on 2023 Maud ISD bond improvements, new cafeteria and band hall projects, and update to new driveway loop project.
Okay, board. Robert wasn't able to be here tonight, so I told him I'd send him my bill. But we did take a quick tour of the cafeteria a while ago. You see that it's progressing nicely. Most of the drywall is up. HVACs are in most places. There's a few ductworks that are connected. The new freezer worked great over the Christmas break. Kept all of our food cold while they shut down the cafeteria and changed that switchgear out. And they were doing subway tiling in the bathrooms a while ago. So some glass came in today, and they did get some glass in on the south end of the cafeteria. The rest of the glass is supposed to be in the rest next week. So they're progressing nicely on that piece right there. You'll be pleased to know that on our drive loop, the temporary fences was delivered yesterday and installed, and track hose was delivered yesterday evening, and as of today about 8 of those big oaks have already been removed for the road project. So they're rolling out there, and so very pleased.
Miss Sanders is going to cut them up and take them away, right?
Yep, she's going to get every one of them. And so very pleased with the progress that's going on out there. Expect to demo one of the trees to be the rest of this week, and then they'll be transitioning into the rest of their pieces there. I'm not going to make up what they're going to do. They're going to build a road real quick, and so but they will. And part of the reason for starting out there was to not disturb the elementary when the kids are here. And the intent is when the kids are out, they'll come in, put their temporary fences up, and do their demo piece when the kids are gone. And then when the kids come back, it'll just be temporary fence and driveway. So that's what they're looking for. So, but again, they're well on pace, rocking right along nicely out there. Again, get a chance this weekend, drive by and look at it. It is a mess out there, but it's a good thing. It's a good thing. It's moving in the right direction. So, and then we're meeting again Tuesday with Robert with OBR Foster, and we're going to look back over the band hall drawings one more time and get it into budget. And so we're going to, again, we're not going to have as much in that as drawn. We are going to come out with a finished product that will take care of our kids and will allow us to continue to do better.
In the just because I know some of y'all have asked about it, we'll talk about how you're going to simplify the common sense.
The band hall?
Yes.
Okay, so as right now, our band hall drawings are detailed, very detailed, and with probably more than what we need. You know what I'm saying? So we're taking that. We've got a set budget of what's left in the bond that we've already shared with everybody, and said it's got to get to this number right here. And so not taking out major halite walls, you know, using what we have in there. We will demo the stage. That stage needs to come out. But go in the kitchen, still build our classroom that we need in there, still build our storage areas that we need, build the practice rooms that we need out where the stage is. But I do feel like we can come in for a substantially lower cost than what we saw the last time. And it'll be something that'll be usable for our kids and something functional and can carry the mod a long way down the road. So we're not gonna do a lot of tear out just to put it right back.
Not moving a concrete wall 18 inches, $500,000.
Any other questions on that piece right there? We'll meet Tuesday. We'll have a construction meeting on Thursday of next week. So by the time our next board meeting, we'll have had probably 3 meetings related to that piece. Should have some good updates for you by that point. Probably will see some substantial earth moving by that point too. That's good.
All right. Item 10, consider possible approval of monthly expenditures to Rec Tech LLC for the work submitted to the new Mod ISD cafeteria.
That, Mr. President, has been looked at by both architect and OBR, been signed off by both. This pay app 12 is for $337,166.48.
Say that again.
360.
No, 337, 166, 48.
Thank you. My eyes and mouth did not coincide.
And we're still, from what I can tell, we're still in line
Yes.
where we're supposed to be.
Yes, sir.
This is the third or the fourth? Third?
This is, what do you say? Pay app?
Yeah.
Pay app 12. It's been going for a while.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're just getting into some of these big ones.
Okay.
Our 20,000 per gallon.
Should start winding down, huh?
That's right. We're gonna start. We're at the peak. We're fixing to go right back down. We have a motion to approve the monthly expenditures to Rec Tech.
We got a motion.
Motion by Rusty, second by Melford. All in favor? It is unanimous. All right, now we're going to move back up to item 4, board recognition.
Okay. So I know, Kayla, did you have anything else to add to for board recognition this month? Or I know you had
The
the
student
pieces here.
council, they went ahead and brought their thank you card over for you, so that's from our student council
Okay.
that you
Thank
see there in front of you.
All right. And Ms. Siggers, I think you had a presentation too for the board?
Yes, the blanket and the beanies are from 5th grade Miss Gaines. You know, we had the fundraiser that she did earlier this year, and she did really well, and they made a mistake, and they sent us 50 extra, and I asked her, what do we do? What do you want to do with these? You want to sell them? Do you want to, and she's like, I don't know, what do you want to do? I said, well, I want to give them to our board members, and so those are from 5th grade, and then I gave each of the teachers a blanket and a beanie too, so and I think that wiped us out on the 50 extra, so we're good there.
Thank you.
Welcome. This is what Miss Crystal has been working on from the art, her and Mr. Brown. You can, did you pull it up?
I couldn't QR code. I had to get the link, so
Okay.
you can talk about that, Peter.
I think it might do it from your
It will from your
packet.
phone.
Okay, but from their packet, it may do it too. So what you'll do is you'll take your camera on your phone and you'll go up to it and you'll QR code it, and it'll be all of our children saying, or not all of them, but the majority saying thank you for your hard work and everything that you do
I have it
for
queued up
us.
for them.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you for making our future public. Thank you for all that you do. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you for what you do. Thank you for your future public. Thank you for all you done. Thank you for all that you do. Thank you for all that you do. Thank you for all that you do. Thank you for making our future public. Thank you for all that you do. Thank you for all that you do. Thank you for all that you do. Thank you for making our future public. Thank you for all that you do. Thank you for all that you've done. Thank you for making our food public.
So from the elementary to you, thank you so much for everything you do every day for us.
Like you all code that, what, say this?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna hang this up here. You'll hang it up. But I think if you do it on your packet right here too.
Yep, right here.
Yeah, try it on your packet.
It keyed up when I did it on my phone.
On your packet.
Feet up right there.
Or just, if you'll send that to them, you can send them that presentation and then they can do it from there.
But I had to get the link from Braden because it's on the Cardinal channel, and I struggle sometimes with YouTube. I'm not gonna lie.
It worked.
It did? Perfect. Okay. So we're gonna hang this somewhere in here for you guys, so remember that we love you and thank you for all that you do.
All right.
All right. Conduct public hearing on the district's Texas academic performance report. I feel the acronyms all day. I just said the words.
All right, so the big packet is the actual full report. If you want to go through that sometime, but that's the full report. I'm just gonna highlight the main areas today. So on, because I will start by saying that we were an A campus, so it's always better to give a report when your scores were good. So we were very excited about that. And I looked this afternoon, and out of 1,208 districts, 168 districts had an A, which was 14% of the state. So we were in the top 14%. So that says a lot for our staff. They did a really good job. Red Leaf, I know, did have an A too. So yeah, we were very proud of our teachers. And the first page, the second page talks about, this has our star performance. And I put last year's scores, and then I also put this year's scores, and then the region and the state. And before we did our testing last year, we had been in several meetings looking at, somewhat kind of worried about how our scores were going to turn out, because some of the rules changed with special education. And so, our students who are at Redwater, and then we also had some students here on campus who in the past have taken a STAR alt test. So it's the alternative test for the STAR, and with the rules changing, they were no longer able to take that test, which meant they had to take the regular test. Which was terrible, because they didn't have any business having to take that test, and we knew they were going to be a failure regardless of how hard they tried. They weren't on that level, and so I think we had about 13 kids that we knew were going to go into our results this year. So we really were worried that our test scores were going to really drop because of that, and we did really well. So I was. It showed some of our kids that have not passed it before, they stepped up and did really well. So you can see for third grade, we had 91% in reading and 85 in math. Fourth grade, we had 90 in reading and 85 in math. Fifth grade reading was 74, 77 in math, and 71 in science. Then sixth grade reading, we had 83 and 72. Seventh grade, we had 86 and then 67. Eighth grade, we had 93 in reading, 89 in math, 86 in science, and 79 in social studies. And when you look at the state average, it was a 58. So that's always the hardest test. And It's gotten us several times too. That's been an area that we've really had to work on every year because that test is so hard. So to have 79%, we were very proud of that. For the end of course, we had 89 in English 1 and 85 in English 2. Biology was 97. Algebra was a 90, and U.S. history was an 84. But on the U.S. history, 3 of our students were at Redwater that took that test. So, you know, we knew that our score was going to be hit with the Redwater scores in there. But then if you look at our attendance, we had 95.7% attendance, 100% on graduation, 100% with the career military ready. This is where they're pushing, you know, students to have certifications by the time they graduate. We had 100%. And then if you'll look at our ACT, we had 97.1% of our students, they took the ACT test, which, you know, in the region, you had 60% that took it. We offer it here on campus, so we do have more kids that, you know, take advantage of it since they don't have to go somewhere to take the test. And then our average score this year was a 17.6. So our average score is usually lower every year because we are allowing everybody to take it that wants to. And then you'll just see a breakdown of how many we have in each grade. Some classes are way bigger than others.
Is this the last year's number or classes for this year?
This was last year's. So I know like the 4th grade had 40. That's our 5th grade class this year, and they've got more than 40 now, I think. It's, yeah, it's good. So
Right.
last year when this report was taken, we had 448 students was our total. And then it has a breakdown of teachers by experience, and it just tells you how many teachers we have in each category. And then our student to teacher ratio was 11.6. So, and then we did not have to report any violent or criminal incidences on our campus last year. So, we did very well. I hope next year when I'm up here, I'm getting to say the same thing.
You may not know, put you on the spot here, but do you have any idea what the teacher to student ratio average for the state is?
I don't know.
Pretty curious.
I would think it's close to that.
And I don't know. Let me see if that's in here.
I think it's a big figure, I would say, typically. It's probably in your paper report.
Yeah, let me look and see if they have it on.
Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
Yeah. If we-
They don't have it broken down by the region. Well, let me see.
I just feel like ours is probably pretty good in comparison.
Yep, the state for 15.0 is for the state. We were at 11.6 and the state's 15.
I think the state has a standard.
So it looks like we basically, other than just a couple, we were above the state average on everything.
Yeah, we were. Yeah. Anybody else have any questions?
Thank you.
All right.
All right, item 11. Or did we get any other questions or anything to talk about on that? Cool. Consideration of possible action on Senate Bill 546, 3-point seatbelt requirement.
All right, Ward, this was in your packet last month, and this is a preview to kind of wet your whistle for it. Out of the last legislative session, there's some push towards 3-point seatbelts on all the buses for the state students. But it does give the chance for the board to actually review that. And so in your board packet is a was the stuff that was attached to it. As far as the pieces in there, reviewing the bus fleet, we have 8 buses, I believe. Yep, 8 buses that are owned or operated by the district. That is a little bit of a misnomer because, we do contract with Bowie County. And so, but because Bowie County is not an ISD, it comes back to the local LEA to do the reporting. And so every one of the members of our co-op are doing a very similar thing with their boards in the next couple months. We have 8 buses that are operated or owned by the district. Of those 8, 7 have no passenger seatbelts outside of the driver. We have one with a 2-point seatbelt, so the lap belts basically, and that's our MD3. And inside of that, we have just a couple of the child aftermarket 3-point pieces, but they're not built into the seat to the bus, so I couldn't count those as 3 points. Special ed bus. And so we have one with lap belts only, and we have no buses with 3-point seat belts for all passengers and drivers. And so, so looking at the cost analysis of that, Justin reached out to our bus manufacturers to look at retrofitting to do 6 of the buses, and this is the ones that are under Bowie County, would cost us $149,713, and so we would have about another $30,000 in that piece to outfit the other as well. Okay, so it goes up pretty substantially, and the piece that we didn't build into this, some districts have built in, is when you add those seat belts in there, you also reduce the number of riders that can be on those buses. And so some of our buses, like Ms. Neal's route that has a lot of kids on it, and Ms. Lolly's has a lot of kids on it, we'd have to split those routes up and add another route to both of those. So you're looking at another bus for each route and additional driver. So our cost is going higher. As you look at it right there. So just looking at what hard costs we can touch with Justin, $149,713, in addition to what we have in our budgets that we're faced every year. And so if that's the case, we can invoke an exception and then direct the superintendent to report that to the state before May 29th.
Is that time for the open for business?
When we had talked about it, we had the option when we bought the bus. Who pays for the seatbelts for spare buses?
None of our spare buses have seatbelts on them either.
Yeah, but who's gonna pay for it?
It would come back. Well, if it's a Bowie County, it would go under. It's still going to fall on us. They're going to pass they're going to pass it right back to us.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's going to go to Bowie County, but I'm going to get a subsidy bill that says, here, this is your $149,000+ for that. And it's only going to go up because no price is fixed in this business. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's what we know at this time. And again, I told Justin, I said, I think we're on the low side, but the amount of research that would take to get on that would be astronomical. And I already feel like we're way over what a small school can swallow on that piece right there.
Well, I'm assuming the future buses that they purchase will automatically have a seatbelt on.
I don't know, Terry. I'll be honest with you, and I'm gonna say why. There's another legislative session before that takes effect, and what they're doing right now, every school district in the state is reporting this in to Sentinel, and to get a real number of what percentage of state buses are equipped with them. And again, I would say of our rural schools, probably 85 to 90% have no seatbelts on them. The only ones that are probably going to have it is going to be your student transports like Dallas ISD, or you see Durham in some places. Those type would have it, or possibly have it. But I've been superintendent in 2 school systems and have been in a lot of school systems, and we never had seatbelts on any. And so I can see it being a substantial burden to rural small schools.
So are they gonna make that mandatory?
It doesn't go in effect until 2020. So we've got a legislative in 27, right? So it goes into effect in 28. So again, there's some time in there. We're honestly hoping that once they get the bill for it, what it's gonna cost, I mean, because the state's gonna have to fund that, you know that. That they'll come back, because even without seatbelts, school buses are still the most safest transportation in the United States per capita. If you look at how many kids travel on school buses, number of accidents, injuries, school buses are the safest form of transportation in the United States. And so, it was just a piece that came out of the legislative session this last time. And so, anyway, we have to report this, and I do have a potential motion.
We ready for a motion?
Unless you have any questions.
All right, we have a motion?
I move that the Board of Trustees of Mott Independent School District finds that 8 of the buses operated by or contracted for use by district, 7 buses have no passenger seat belts, and 1 bus has 2-point lap seat belts only. 0 buses have 3-point seat belts for all passengers and the driver. Determines that the estimated cost to equip all non-compliant buses with 3-point seat belts is approximately $149,713, and that the district's budget does not currently permit compliance with Texas Transportation Code 547.701E. Therefore, invokes the budget-based exception under 547.701E1, directs the superintendent to submit the report required by 547.701F to the Texas Education Agency and present it at this meeting no later than May 29, 2026, and authorizes the district to accept gifts, grants, and donations under 547.701H to assist in meeting the 3-point seatbelt requirement. Second.
Do we have a second?
Yeah, so stated.
Second by Rusty. All in favor? Unanimous. Good job, Bumper. Next up, information items. Principal report.
Okay, well, we did it. Our attendance is up. We are at 97% across the board, which is phenomenal. That's the highest it's been this year. Our students showed up and showed out. They will, each class, I'm going to reward them with an ice cream social. So I'm just trying to get them here, and that's all it takes is a little ice cream. That's what we're going to do every month to get them here. On the next page, you see our students of our Soaring Cardinals, excuse me. And again, just thank you, board, for everything you do for our students. I know every decision you make is for them, and we appreciate you, the teachers and I. Okay. On the next page, we have our bus rider awards for the third 6 weeks. You see that Rylan Daniels, Ella Jones, Annabella Boyd, and Legend Williams. He was absent, so we had to sneak another picture in there for him. Every 6 weeks, our bus drivers choose their very best student. So this award goes to students who show cardinal pride on the bus by using self-control, following the rules, and just having great behavior every day. As far as our testing middle of the year, we are complete. We have finished kinder, first, second, and pre-K testing. We are done with our dyslexia screeners, and now we're in the process of dyslexia testing. Our data looks really good. We are trending, every one report I've looked at, we're trending up. The kids are making huge gains. So what we're doing is working. And the growth is a direct reflection of the amazing hard work and dedicated teachers who pour their hearts into the classroom every single day. Can't be more proud of them. They're doing a phenomenal job. Our Soaring Cardinals reward party, that's the next page. Those are our babies, and again, they love the Sonic drink and the pizza party and the extra recess at the end of the day. So I go out there with them and we sit and eat pizza and have Sonic drink and just talk about how we can improve school, what we can do to make it better. Our next one is I'd like to do a shout out to Ms. Boone, our counselor, for arranging for our DPS Sergeant Ethan Sarter to come to the elementary campus to meet with our second graders. He's going to do a five-week program, I believe it is. He's going to come 5 times to go over safety with them and how to make good decision-making skills and to build self-awareness and confidence in them. They really enjoyed his first visit, so we look forward to having him. Our student council presented Officer Rochelle with a card, a coffee mug, and a special thanks to everything that he does for us and helping keep us safe. My second graders, shout out to them. I was invited to meet with them this week after they finished writing their persuasive essays, and oh my goodness, some of them are hilarious. I attached 3 of them to I think they're on the next page, so whenever you have time, you want to read them. They're really good. The biggest thing I got out of it, we want a merry-go-round, we want a seesaw, and we want our playground free of cats. So I think I can do 2 out of the 3. We're looking into funds right now to secure a seesaw and a merry-go-round for them. We've got the room, so we're going to try to get it done this year. Yeah. You want a minute to read that one? That was hilarious. And I'm going to tell you what Miss Pate is doing a phenomenal job with these babies. They're writing persuasive essays that you would see in the 4th grade. So our writing scores are just going to continue to go up each year.
That is awesome.
Right?
You need to frame that
It
one.
was hard to keep a straight face whenever I read that, but I said, I will work on that. So, I'm not real sure how I'm going to get that accomplished, but. Okay, RoboTrack. All right, tonight we had a Meet the Teacher with our new kindergarten teacher, Mrs. Potts. We had a great turnout. Parents were able to come up and meet individually with her just to get to know her and see how the classroom's set up now. She's changed a few things up for the better. So I think it was really good. She was excited to meet the parents, and I think it was good for the parents to be able to see a face and get to know her tonight. Upcoming events, January 23rd, we're going to have our first annual 100th Day of School Parade. So our kiddos are going to dress like they normally do on the 100th day of school, 100 Days Smarter. And then with the help of Miss Carol, we're going to have the band at the front of our parade. And our kids are going to march behind, and they're going to go through the junior high and the high school. And along the way, we're going to pick up the classes that want to participate. So I think it's going to be really fun. The teachers were excited about it. I think it's going to be good. We have Kindness Week coming up, January 26th and 30th. Ms. Boone's going to work with high school to come up with our activities for the campus. Then on the 30th of this month, we're going to roll out the red carpet for our amazing students who participated in the UIL competition this year. We're going to take them to the New Boston Movie Theater for a special treat. They're going to enjoy some popcorn and a drink and watch How to Train Your Dragon. So they're super excited about that. On the 14th, we'll have Valentine parties at 2:30, and the 16th through the 20th is our winter break, and then the 23rd is the 5th, 6th weeks begins. Also, one more thing on the 100th day, we're also going to live stream that so the parents can see. And we hope to make that a yearly tradition. All right. Do you have any questions? Okay, thank you.
Okay, moving on. She did not hear me.
She just ignored me.
She'll talk back. She has, for 45 years, she's ignored me, so.
She's had years of it.
She's not gonna change now.
All right, good evening, everyone.
Still.
See there on the first page, our attendance for this month thus far. I always say thus far, so we're not too far into it. As Miss Seeger said, we are up, except for our seniors, but it's spring, so we kind of understand that. But doing well over the 97% mark there. On the second page, it kind of shows you a comparison. I like that we're staying above that 96% for the majority of the year, minus the 6 weeks there in November. If you'll see there at the bottom was our last discipline report. The top of the next page is our current discipline report, where we're at with things, with our lunch detention, our ISS, and out of school by grade level. In secondary news, our high school student council hosted another blood drive there in December the 17th, and we actually met our goal by receiving 19 units. And the good thing is, not only are we saving lives, but that is also going towards scholarship for one of our seniors. So every time we achieve our goal, they actually add more money. So that's going to end up being a really good scholarship for one of our students. We also, before the break, we took our fall semester tests there with our middle school and high school students. Our secondary staff, we had our Christmas party and we played trivia. We got real competitive on that, competitive staff, so that was a lot of fun. When we kicked back off this semester, we started off with, on that Monday, PLC meetings across the board to plan for the spring semester, make sure we're all on the same page with our tutorial schedule, moving forward to setting up our assessment schedule with our benchmarks and also our STAR EOC assessments. So we have all that planned out and ready to go. That first Friday back, our middle school students who participated in UIL, they were going to the New Boston Cinema, and they watched the live action How to Train Your Dragon and get the popcorn and the drinks, and they loved it, had a real good time, and enjoyed that. And then on January 13th, this is something, I put a little extra in here for you, because this is something that our high school student council decided to do. They're going to pick a day each month to really highlight some of the intangibles that we've been teaching throughout the year. And so in January, they picked January 13th because it's actually Rubber Duck Day. And you can see there the things that we talked about. Mrs. Boone and Mrs. Hudgens went into the classrooms. I made announcements. We talked about with our students just what we can learn from ducks. We also had ducks hidden around campus, and the students found those and received a cookie that was in the shape of a duck, and so they really enjoyed that. And we had our first duck race, where high school students could purchase a duck for $1, and we poured the water to see which duck went the furthest, and the student that won a prize. And so again, just something fun. We all wore camo, and I heard someone at the basketball game say, well, I guess it's camo day, but the high school said, let's do something like we want to just do something the secondary campus. So we told them, all right, let's do camo day. So we did camo day that night to support our Cardinals that night. You can see there on the last page, that's actually our full list of 7th graders who qualified for the state archery tournament. You can see there, as we said, there's a lot of them. And she was talking about some of the scores. We did have scores over the 200s, so we had some really high scores. I'm very, very proud of them. And I will tell you, some of our high scores weren't just guys, they were our girls too. So really, really proud of those students and that program and what they did. This week, our FCA leaders went to leadership training over at Church on the Rock to talk about some activities and events and things that they're going to do on campus to keep growing and working within our campus with that program. We have thus far already had Texarkana College and A&M Texarkana on campus to meet with our seniors and our juniors to talk about the new TC Promise that Ms. Sanders actually represented Maud and went to this past week to sign that and say that we're going to participate that will actually help our students pay for college at TC and then help as they transfer over to A&M Texarkana. So going to be a real good program for our students, going to benefit us a lot and everything that TC is offering. And so we're real excited about what we have coming up in the future with them. You can see there AgMex taking off tomorrow to the Fort Worth AgMex show, and this weekend on Saturday we do have high school students and one middle school student that's actually going to participate in the 4 States Honor Band. So that will be over at the Texas High Sullivan Arts Performing Center, and then continuing with all of the activities that we have throughout the month of January and into February there. So busy time of the year. I know Coach Turner's not here. Junior high just finished up. I'm not sure how we did, but we've got basketball full swing. Our Cardinals are doing great. Our Lady Cardinals are doing great. Junior high Cardinals are doing great. So got a lot going on this spring. You know how springs are.
What happens if we win Tuesday?
The boys?
Yeah.
they will be in sole first place. And so we all are trying to figure out, and Rusty, you might can help us with this. When's the last time? Does anybody
We're hoping
Past the first week of the season?
do what now?
Past the first week of the season?
Yes.
We were
Yes.
undefeated every year till we tipped off.
There you go. There you go. But we are trying to figure that out because, yeah, our guys are doing really well. We've got Clarksville coming to town Tuesday though, so if you are, well, yeah, might be.
Ask Bush, I think it might have been him, Greg Cunningham, that bunch.
Okay, I said I thought that we might have been in school. Do you think, Rusty, you think that group might have, or?
You don't want to speak on
But yes, I will ask you, because like I said, we've been trying, Cushner and I have been trying to figure it out. And I said, if it was when I was in school, I was young, because I don't really
Keep the
remember.
stats written down in a book somewhere, right?
Right, there should be somewhere, yeah.
It's historical document. You'd think. Yeah, it's like an annual. Maybe. I hope they ain't happening.
Maybe when Aaron Slider was here,
that.
that's
probably
Other than
they're
that, it's gonna be
doing-
that
they're
class
doing
right
good.
there.
They are doing good. Speak of the devil, and he shall appear. I'm just kidding. Come on in, we were just talking about,
You were too quick.
I was too
You were
quick.
too quick, bro.
We were just talking about,
Text message is not very good, that's 20 minutes ago.
he said, where are we at the board meeting? I said, principal's report.
Yeah, that's right.
So, anyway, he can fill you in more on that. But do you guys have any questions or anything of me?
That was the best athletic director's report I've ever
I'm
heard.
telling you, I was really quick, but hey, you gotta beat that. Well, thank you again, and happy School Board Appreciation Month. We do appreciate all you guys do for us and our students, so thank you.
Thank you. Coach Turner, you want to say anything?
Girls won late in the fourth quarter, boys played hard.
Did we get double digit scored?
We did get double digit score.
It's a win.
That's right.
There you go.
It's a win.
They're asking, are we in first place technically?
Without, yeah, high school boys are in first place right now. With the Clarksville got beat by James Bowie the other night, so they're one game behind. And Harsh Bluff ended up getting beat by Detroit the other night, so they're one game behind. So big game next Tuesday for the boys. Girls are in, I think they are in third place by themselves because they're the tiebreaker on Harsh Bluff. But then they're starting their second round this coming up, so they've got a big go at it. And so it's been a fun basketball season so far. So hopefully that'll kind of continue. Melford's going to come help do some powerlifting here at the end of the month. He's real fired up about it. He likes to judge and yeah. That's the 29th and the 29th and the 12th. Baseball, softball, starting to get rolling and that kind of thing. I think baseball is going to start February 1st of February with the guys that aren't in basketball. There's a few of them, not many, but there's a few of them like Andrew and a couple of them. So that we got going on. Off season's rolling.
Can you tell us when the last time, not the June?
So
first.
So actually, we're not 100% sure. Me and some other people were talking about it. This bunch right here, that was area finalists in '87. We're not 100% sure they won it. We'll have to go back and look at it. The district.
Oh,
They went to the playoffs and they won a playoff game, but we're not 100% sure that they actually won the district. It'd have to go before then if they didn't. So that was the last time they've done that. So yeah, it's got a chance to be a pretty special year for those guys.
They ain't mentioned around our house.
Everybody good? All right. Slider was in '88.
I'm gonna find out. I just text the tall one in the picture.
Okay.
All right. Next up, item 13, order the school board election.
Two positions, position 4 and 5.
Yes, sir. 3-year terms.
Do we have a motion to order the school board trustee election for May 2nd, 2026 for position 4 and 5, both full 3-year terms? Motion by Rusty, second by Gap. All in favor? All right, superintendent's report.
All right, we did have another donation this year from Mr. Greg Cooley in the amount of $1,000. We want to give credit for that. It typically goes to buying library books for both middle school, elementary, and high school. So he's been a real trooper and continuing to do that for us each and every year. There's a piece in your board book on Senate Bill 11, which is daily prayer time. This is not an action item or anything, it's just information, so we put it before you. But from our last legislative session, all boards have to make a determination by March whether or not to allow daily or put in place daily prayer time in schools and make it a set time during the day. I'm going to speak frankly, I know it sounds great, sounds wonderful, but I promise you, in doing something like that, our staff would have to monitor it. They would not get to participate in daily prayer time or anything like that. And there's just the piece of it too that both our campuses are slammed on times trying to get everything in, and to take time for another activity would mean we'd have to either A, take time away from what we've already doing, or 2, extend the school day.
You say prayer time, what is that, 5 minutes? 15
It
minutes?
says you get to choose that piece right there. And so, but
It could be in each individual class or that
well,
would be a
but
group.
there's nothing stopping you from praying in school, each and every day. You know what I'm saying?
But it's a message.
It is a message, but again, if we do something like that and we set it, our staff won't be participating in it, which I think is really the intent behind it, because you can't close your eyes on kids and not pay attention. And so that is I know it looks good on paper, but when it comes down to functional time and actually doing it,
Do we have any, like, Muslim, any other religions in our school?
not to my knowledge.
I mean, because to me, that's where it's leading towards, is their day that they have their time that they pray. And they
Well,
do this
again,
and do that.
there's a lot of angles on this right here. You know what I'm saying? And I did put a letter in there too from a bunch of faith leaders across the state of all religions that was sent to the superintendent. Said, "Hey guys, we appreciate this. We think it's great. We do encourage prayer in school, but our country has been founded for 250 years on separation of church and state, and it's worked really well. There's nothing stopping you from praying during the day or doing anything during the day. But anyway, just want to put that in front of you. Again, no actions on this right here. If you would you like any more information from our principals for next month to help with that piece, or is that something that?
I would definitely like to hear from the principals that they concur with what you're saying.
Okay. So I'll have them up for next month.
And information like, is there any requirements, like if you had a different religion, you could pray during that period of time to whoever or however you wanted to pray?
That's the intent behind it. Yes, sir.
But would there be a leader, or does somebody say we're going to take the knee? I'm just really curious.
If you went over the
Well,
loudspeaker and said, "This is our 5 minutes of prayer."
This is kind of vague for all of us. You know what I'm saying? And so,
Whatever policy we make, we're the ones gonna set the policy, which side to go with.
Ms. Harrell, will you do some research on prayer time on different religions?
Sure.
I don't know. I mean, I grew up in the metro. I remember we never really had prayer time, but you said the national anthem right opening day. I said it in English and in Spanish. I can't remember what else we done right after that. That's an early morning. Everybody sits down. I mean, right off the bat.
We did the
still do.
And they still do that.
You still do the pledge and everything.
Still
And
do
then
moment
we
of
do have
silence,
a
right?
moment of silence.
We have a moment of silence.
That we actually take a moment to give to the students for, and some of them will sit there, prayer, meditation, whatever, it's their time. That is part of our daily activities every day.
Personally, I wouldn't want to make a knee-jerk reaction either way, but I'd go to more thought and consideration.
Well, that's the point for putting it in front of you, is something to let you see it, and I don't want you just making a decision on
That's
a 5-minute piece on it right here.
No, because we're all Christian folks in here. We all pray. And if we perceive the wrong direction in the public. You got to tell March to figure it out. Well, Mom, ISD denies prayer time for kids in school. Not a good headline.
No, it's setting aside time
We're
with
not,
dad.
we're not denying.
You're not denying.
No,
You're
I'm
setting
saying
aside time.
that's how the public perceives it. You know how
Exactly.
legal it is.
So,
Where we'll get the headline first.
Gave you the opportunity, Milford, what you did with it.
Well, that's kind of, one of my thoughts is the legislators like giving us an opportunity here, and what kind of message are we sending? Anyway, I said a lot of things to think about.
Yeah, but is it a knee-jerk reaction on their part too?
Be a little more
Maybe.
input on it.
Yeah, that's happened before.
No,
We have to.
every day.
Like, see,
yeah, we have to take action in February,
Push it, March.
but we have to do it by March 1st. So it's next month's agenda.
It's a short period. Okay,
Table that, so.
Well, there's no action. It was just there for thought provoking, you know what I'm saying? Board training, we had board training again tonight, and I think, does that get us all? I think we're close. If not, there's one more update, Region 8 in April. We'll get with you on that piece right there, if need be. I think we're pretty close to having it all wrapped up for the year. So,
If they have that smoked peppercorn tenderloin again, we may have to go again. I mean, that's good.
Perfect middle head about here.
all right, Mr. President, that's it for superintendent.
All right, next up, executive session, discuss personnel, Texas Government Code, section 551.074, and conduct annual superintendent evaluation, and discuss, consider employment contract for superintendent with, once again, Texas Government Code, section 551.074, resignation, retirement from employees, same Texas Government Code 551.074, and discussion of personnel. We're going to executive session at 7:47 p.m. All right, we'll come out of executive session at 10:09 p.m. Consider and take action on employment contract of superintendent. Do we have a motion to extend Dr. Seeger's contract 1 year with a salary increase of 2.3% over last year?
Take that motion.
Motion by Melford,
Second.
second by Josh. All in favor? It is unanimous. Nothing to take action on 18. Consider to take action, accepting resignation, retirements, and no, nothing. All right, have a motion to adjourn.
I'll make it.
Motion by Josh, second by Rusty. All in favor? Goodbye.